it was a cool one, but it wasn't my favorite. You know, I think that I was towards the bottom of that inspiration for me. I'm proud of the records. I think they're really good. I'm proud of the music. I think it's really good. But I really wanted to just make the puppet. I really wanted to do something separate from the music. And the music was almost like not an afterthought, because I put a ton of effort into it. But it wasn't the compelling thing. It wasn't like I had these musical ideas that needed to be outed. It was, I had this concept that I needed to purge. And towards the end of that, I started thinking, well, thank God I managed to get this one done in a way that's really good. I mean, Sky Blue, I think, is a great one. And I think that Dark Matters as well says things that I really needed to say. But I couldn't do a Z3 right now. No way. I mean, I'm out of it. I'm out of gas for Ziltoid. It's, you know, I'm doing the DVD right now, and it really is all the Ziltoid stuff in one place. And what it would take for me to do more Ziltoid at this point is if someone came up to me and said, look, we want you to do a movie, and we're willing to back it and take it to levels that are just absurd. That would interest me to do a Ziltoid thing at this point. But just to sort of sit down and start pounding out more Ziltoid music, it's not going to happen right now. So I think it was a good lesson for me, the Z2 record as well, because I recognized towards the end of it that I'm like, I have to be careful that I don't follow music into places for the sake of the audience, or even listen in some ways. And I think that's risky too, because you don't want to ostracize people, but at the same point, you don't want to have people's expectations affect your writing to the point where you're just doing things safely for the sake of trying to make a paycheck or trying to keep things going. So there's an element of stress about what happens next, just like, what am I going to do next? That's a good question. Sometimes I'll do interviews and people will say, well, what are you going to do next? And I'm like, God, I wish I knew. I hope it's not another folk record, because, God, there's only so much patience people have for that. And if I choose to go that direction, that's the only thing that's going to interest me. So my fingers are crossed that it's something that doesn't only interest me, but interests others as well.
Definitely sure it will interest people, because as I said before, you know, people always look forward to seeing where you go with music.
Well, I hope the reason people look forward to it is because it's coming from a place that helps. When I write something because I want to, it helps me. It helps me sort out uncomfortable emotions or thoughts that are difficult. The world is in a chaotic place now. It always is, but right now is also in a chaotic place. And so when I write music, it allows me to sort of sort through some of that chaos that keeps me up in the middle of the night. And I think that if I approach music from that point of view, then it's going to provide a service for people in the same way it provides a service for me. And then what it is, what type of music is, really doesn't matter. You know, if it comes out as, you know, some weird outer space folk or orchestral chaos or deconstruction or Ziltoid or poppy accelerated stuff. I mean, it's all the same thing. So I'm excited to see more what aesthetic it takes next.
Awesome. Well, we're going to go to the track March of the Poozers now. Thanks for hanging in with us tonight, man. And we'll see you in Brisbane on Thursday, the 22nd of October at Max Watts. It's going to be awesome. Okay,
so we look forward to seeing you there. And thanks again for all the support, man. Have a great night.
Hey guys, just want to take a minute to give a shout out to our podcast supporters, RW Promotion, who are the best in the business when it comes to printing posters, flyers, banners, badges, business cards, you name it. They've got what it takes to help you get everything you need to help spread the word about your band or business. And with a blistering turnaround, they'll make sure you get your product ASAP. So get in touch with Richard and the team at www.rwpromotion.com.au or shoot them an email at info@rwpromotion.com.au. Also want to give a shout out to the guys at Blacklight Art and Design, who in my opinion are the Gold Coast best screen printers. So, we've gotten many band shirts and even our own Rabid Noise shirts done through these guys, and they've also got one of the fastest turnarounds I've ever seen. So all quality prints at competitive prices. So whether it's band merchandise, sporting teams, promotional garments or workwear, they've got you covered. So hit them up at www.blacklightad.com.au or email them at info@blacklightad.com.au. So big thanks to those guys for helping us to bring you this podcast each and every week, and for, of course, supporting the metal scene.